guys, so I'm just gonna start off by applying my NYX HD concealer as my primer for my eyes, you know, the usual, and I'm just gonna blend it out with my concealer brush. Now I'm just gonna set it with my Wet n Wild Creme single eyeshadow. And I'm just covering my fat ass pimple. Now for eyeshadow today, I'm using my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna be buffing into my crease and mostly outer corner. And the brush I'm using is from ABH Cosmetics in 101. Now I'm using my e.l.f. Matte from Matte palette, and I'm going to be using that dark burgundy-ish color, and I'm going to be applying it into my outer corner and blending it with the shader brush. And to make everything blend in better and deepen up a little bit the crease, I'm going to use my MAC 217 brush. And I'm going to be going back and forth with this because I'm going to deepen up the outer corner more and then blending it out with my 217 from MAC. And it's just going to be, I'm just going to be doing it until I have the color and the deepness that I like. The glitter I'm using today is from Glitter Injections. It's called Treasure, and I'm using my NYX glitter glue today. Now for this look, I wanted something with glitter, but I didn't want like a cut crease or anything. I wanted to kind of make it like a messy, glittery look. So there's gonna be a part where you see where I get the brush and I kind of try to separate the glitter and just make it more messy instead of being this perfect cut crease. And I even went in with my MAC 217 just to buff out the color more. Now for this look, I decided to tight line better, and I used the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest black. And for mascara, I'm using the Ulta Mascara, the one that I always use. It's really bomb. You guys should really try it. And I'm just gonna water. I'm just gonna line my upper lash line. I really don't know what you call this, but whatever. And I'm gonna be using the same old lashes in NYX Wicked Lashes in number 21. And of course, you guys already know this. I love these lashes so much. And now I'm just gonna prime my face with my Benefit Porefessional, and I'm just gonna massage everything into the skin real good. And for foundation today, I'm using my HD Makeup Forever foundation, and today you can tell that I applied it way better than last time, obviously. And oh my god, the shade I'm using is 120. I don't know if it's because I'm used to matte foundations and etc., but I feel like I love this foundation, but I hate it. It's like a love-hate relationship right now. I've only used it twice, and it's, you know, it's okay. I love how it looks in pictures, but I don't know, it's just I feel like it sits weird on my face. I don't know, it feels tacky all the time. I don't know, it could just be me, but I'm just gonna be applying it with my Wet n Wild kabuki brush, and then I'm using my beauty sponge to really blend everything out real good. I don't know why, but I feel so hyped right now. I think this is a little beat. I fucking love it. Okay, now for highlighting my under eyes and etc., I went in with my NYX HD concealer, but I feel like it wasn't giving me that highlight I really wanted under my eyes and on the rest of my face. So I went in with the Rimmel London Match Perfection concealer in the shade Fair. And I just went over it, and I kicked up that concealer so bad. But it wasn't cakey, but it just felt really heavy on my face. And I'm just gonna blend everything now with a damp beauty blender. Not a beauty blender, you know what I mean. Okay, now for this part, I'm going to be setting my face with the Airspun translucent powder, and I'm going to be applying it with my damp sponge, and then I'm going to use my e.l.f. powder brush to set the rest of my face. And to highlight my brows, I'm using this e.l.f. palette. I don't know exactly the name, but I'll link it down below. And I really like this highlight that it has. It's like white and it has like this sheen, but not crazy. And now to contour, I'm using my dual palette from e.l.f. too. And I'm just gonna be contouring, you know, with my Forever 21 brush. Now for my forehead contour, I always like using this big fluffy powder brush from ABH Cosmetics. I really like using it because I feel like it gives a more of airbrush look for the forehead. Bronzer today, I'm using my Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to be using the same brush. And for the forehead, I kind of went in ham by accident, as you can tell. Like, can you tell on my face how disappointed I am? And I'm just going in there hard. But then I'm going to be using my little dual fiber brush. And now to bake, I'm using my Airspun translucent powder. And I'm just going to be applying it under my cheekbones. And then I'm contouring my nose and applying it on the side of my nose. For my nose contour, I really don't do anything too crazy. It's pretty easy. I just, you know, on the side of my nose, and that's it. But the brushes that I like using is this large blending brush, and then I like using an angled shader brush to buff out the contour, make it look more natural. For blush today, I'm going in with my fave blush of all time, MAC Lovejoy, and I'm just going to be applying it with the little blush brush. Now for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Sun Dipped palette, and I'm going into Summer and Moonstone. I like mixing these two because I feel like Summer sometimes is too yellow for me, so I kind of want to give it more pinkish undertone to the highlight. Now with my e.l.f. powder brush, I'm just going to be brushing off all the powder. Now I'm just highlighting the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. And now to set my face, I'm using the Wet n Wild setting spray just to make the makeup last all night. Now I'm going back with my e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette, and I'm using that same shade I used in my outer corner to apply it under my lash line. And I'm going to be using a BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Now to line my waterline, I'm using my NYX black pencil liner, and then afterwards I'm going to use the same pencil brush and smudge it out a little bit on the lash line. And for my lower lashes, I'm going to be using the same mascara as the one from the top lashes. For my lips today, I'm using the MAC Viva Glam I matte lipstick, and you really want to be careful when you're applying red lipstick without a lip liner. This is the finishing look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Bye!